The war in Ukraine continues with full intensity. August 18th, 2026. A Russian soldier on a motorbike in southern Donetsk. Rough terrain and a drone closing in. He realizes the bike isn't helping him and abandons it. On foot now, open ground. The drone was already committed before he made that decision. Open ground, a drone closing in. He panics and can't get his weapon off his shoulder in time. The drone reaches him before the strap comes loose. A Russian soldier running. A drone above dropping munitions as he moves. First one misses, then another. He keeps going, open terrain in every direction, nothing to hide behind. Minutes of running before his legs give out. He drops to the ground and looks up at the drone still hovering above him. No more options left. The next munition lands directly on the position. Another lone soldier moving without any awareness of what's already been dispatched. He keeps walking, no change in pace, nothing suggesting he knows. Minutes pass. Then the FPV closes in, and as it gets closer, the footage reveals he's elderly. Out here alone, far from any support. He sees it, reaches for his weapon. The aim doesn't find anything before the drone does. A soldier firing a manpad. The backblast nearly catches him. A very close call from the wrong end of the weapon. A Russian soldier who knows he's being tracked. He finds an abandoned structure and gets behind a column. The drone comes from behind, the one angle he wasn't watching. No time to react. Asleep under a tree. The drone arrives while he's still out. No position on this front is safe enough to rest in. Lyman direction. Russia pulling reserves into this sector, preparing to intensify assault operations. Signum operators already watching every approach. A motorcyclist intercepted before completing the run. Assault groups trying to push toward Ukrainian positions stopped before they reach anything. Russia keeps feeding forces into this direction. Signum keeps finding every group before it gets close enough to matter. The build-up Russia is organizing, getting picked apart before it can be used. One shot from the trench. The drone goes down. One of the rarer outcomes on this front. Magyar's birds scanning the Pokrovsk direction. A Russian soldier spotted quickly. He sees the drone coming and fires, a few rounds in the wrong direction. The drone was already too close for any of that to matter. It reaches him before the aim finds anything useful. At what range does a rifle actually stop an FPV drone? Fiber-optic drones flying low and threading under anti-drone netting stretched across roads. The netting that was supposed to stop exactly this kind of attack bypassed by flying beneath it. Military vehicles on the other side get hit. Fortified positions and trenches targeted in the same operation. The counter-drone measure that required time and resources to install rendered useless by an approach angle. Moving at night, counting on the darkness. Thermal cameras don't need light. Body heat, engine heat, all of it visible from above, regardless of what time it is. TVs and unarmored vehicles moving through the dark, each one a clear signature on the thermal feed. One after another, found and intercepted before anyone reaches a position. 63rd Mechanized Brigade operators working through the forest. Russian soldiers who thought the tree cover was enough. One chase through the tree lines, the drone threading between trunks, closing the gap regardless of which way he turns. A soldier with nothing left reaches for a rock and throws it at the drone. Two more caught in the same position with a single round. Different soldiers, different hiding spots, all in the same forest. The results keep being the same. A Russian air defense team opening fire on a Ukrainian long-range drone. They miss. The drone continues on its way. Operation Hell 2, Ukraine's Azov, 1st National Guard Corps warned Russian forces a month ago. Fuel storage sites in occupied Donetsk were being watched. Some units kept using them anyway. Every burning point on the map is a fuel depot or supply node that was supporting Russian operations in the region. A month of systematic strikes. What was on the map is now scorched ground. The fuel that was supposed to keep Russian vehicles and equipment running in this sector, gone. North of Kharkiv, Russian infantry, tanks, artillery, ATVs, Bukhankas. Russia keeps committing forces into this sector without pause. Kizak Brigade drone operators watching every movement, armored vehicles, transport, communication equipment, field logistics, each category targeted in sequence. Whatever enters this sector gets found. The push that never stops getting hit. Lyman sector. Ukrainian soldiers clearing buildings room by room. Machine gun fire first, sweeping every corner before anyone moves in.
Своя! Продвигаемся вперед!
Heavy machine gun fire pouring into the structure. Rounds punching through the walls. The building taking it apart, section by section.
Документы лутаем всю хуйню.
Two Russian soldiers inside. Neither makes it out. This front isn't just drones. Ukrainian soldiers are clearing buildings by hand, room by room. The forests of Bryansk Oblast, dangerous ground, especially for Russian forces moving through them. Panama unit operators targeting Russian transport in the tree lines, intercepting vehicles before they clear the area. Some crews barely get out before the drone connects. The forest they were counting on for cover doesn't protect the vehicles inside it. Ukrainian aviation delivering GBU-62 guided bomb strikes on a Russian position in the east. A stockpile of ammunition and equipment brought in and concentrated in one place. One strike takes out everything that was stored there. The position that was being built up as a logistics hub goes up in a single pass. 20 Russian Molniya strike drones intercepted in a single shift. 20 attempts, 20 interceptions, 0 misses. Ukraine's 23rd Kortitsia Brigade running a perfect record on this rotation. The Molniya is fast and built for saturation strikes. A 20 for 20 intercept rate in one shift answers that tactic directly. Russian forces moving toward their positions, vehicles carrying soldiers, equipment, supplies, all intercepted before they arrive. Air defense systems that were supposed to protect this movement hit by the same drones they were positioned to stop. A Buk M2, a Tor, a Terek counter-battery radar, all taken out behind the front line. Without air defense cover, every vehicle moving through this sector becomes an open target. The soldiers inside don't reach their positions. The protection that was supposed to keep them safe is gone before they get close. Minibuses in the suburbs of Zaporizhzhia now running with anti-drone cage protection fitted to the roof. Russian FPV drones targeting civilian passenger transport. The same systems used on armored vehicles, now on the vehicles taking people to work. Apache unit working through the sector. A multiple launch rocket system located and struck before it fires. Infantry positions taken out. Fortified shelters hit. A ground robotic complex neutralized. 4 different target categories, one operation. The rocket system is the critical one. Every MLRS taken out here is a system that can no longer saturate Ukrainian positions with rockets. Apache keeps working down the list. A sector Russia thought wasn't being watched. Prime unit operators prove otherwise. 8 vehicles, 3 ATVs, and an artillery piece, all hit in the same sweep. The vehicles that were moving supplies through this area stopped. The ATVs that were moving personnel stopped. The artillery piece that was supposed to provide fire support found and taken out before it fires. Russia positions these assets in areas they consider safe. Prime finds those areas. Russian ambush drones have become one of the primary threats on certain sections of this front, waiting on roads, trails, and approach routes for Ukrainian vehicles and personnel to pass. Ukraine's response: find and neutralize them before they activate. Reconnaissance scanning the routes, locating the waiting drones, and taking them out before any target comes within range. The ambush that was supposed to trigger never gets the chance. A Ukrainian MiG-29 crew delivering a GBU-39 guided bomb strike on a Russian bridge for the second time. The same crossing, hit again. Whatever repair work was done between the first and second strike, it didn't hold. Ukraine launching drones toward Moscow for the second night in a row. Fires near the capital reported again. Russia's losses approaching 1.5 million, 1,210 more in the last 24 hours. The front holds. When does someone stop this?